How to write an argumentative essay step by step. What's an argumentative essay? Argumentative essays seek to state a position on an issue and give several reasons supported by evidence for agreeing with that position. Finding this to write about. Argumentative essay topics can be found everywhere. Check the guidelines of a newspaper or just listen in on a conversation at Starbucks. Change or you will hear someone try to persuade another person to believe in the claim about. Is it true? What caused this? How important is it? What should we do about it? If you can't come up with an idea, check out the full list of my argumentative essay topic ideas. Or, if you prefer something fun, look at my fun argumentative essays ideas. 5 types of argumentative claims. 1. Fact, it is true or not. 2. Definition, what does it really mean? 3. Evaluate, how important is it? 4. Cause and effect, what is the cause, what are the effects? And 5. Policy, what should we do about it? How to write a thesis statement? What is a thesis statement? A thesis statement is one sentence in your introductory paragraph that concisely summarizes your main points and claims and should present your stance on the starts. It's worth spending some time crafting strong thesis statements as it lets the reader know what the essay will be about and determine whether they want to read it. 3 ways to write a thesis statement, for example. 1. Question and format. The easiest way to write a thesis statement is to turn the topic or prompt into a question and then answer that question. For example, does divorce cause serious problems for the children? It's one fact. What's domestic violence? It's one definition. What is the cause of divorce? It's one cause. And how important is it for couples to avoid divorce? It's one value. What can you do to make a marriage divorce proof? It's one proposal. And you need one answer. Your question can be the title of your paper, or it can be the first line of the introduction. Your answer to this question is your thesis. Example, the most important way to make a marriage divorce proof is to make sure you have carefully prepared for that comment. In this example, you answer the question, what can you do to make a marriage divorce proof? You also let the reader know that the focus of the article will be on be carefully prepared for that comment. 2. Refute objections. Another way to craft a thesis statement is to state one side of the argument and present it is a refute statement. Example, while some people think there is no way to divorce proof your marriage, studies have shown that they fear divorce when people carefully prepare for that comment. In this example, you state one side of the argument, there is no way to divorce proof your marriage, and the refute is by saying, they fear divorce when people carefully prepare for that comment. What makes this statement stronger and more appealing is referring to studies to back up your argument. 3. Roadmap. An additional way to make strong thesis is to a roadmap, which tells in just a few words the 3 or more main points you will cover. Example, while some people think there is no way to divorce proof your marriage, studies have shown that there are fewer divorces when people carefully prepare for that comment, by taking the time to get to know the other person before becoming engaging, by spending time with one another's family and friends, by talking about cultivating issues like finance, and by getting extensive preliminary counseling. This is an example of a really strong thesis statement in which you state the claim, your stance on the claim, and the main point is to back up your stance. Although it is a little long writing, it's truthfully outlines what the essay will discuss. Not only is this helpful for the reader, but it will help you when you craft your essay by keeping your focus on these specific points. How to start an argumentative essay? Your introductory paragraph should be crafted around your thesis statement, providing background information, needing to understand the argument, and present pieces of evidence that back up that argument. Sorry for an teaching hook. Lead with an interest factor, aesthetically code, a personal anecdote, or a truth-provoking question. Your first sentence should draw the reader in and get them interested about the topic you are writing about. Providing some background and context. What is the situation? What are the events that lead you to your argument? Why should people care? Give enough background on the topics so that the reader can understand the argument. Nothing more, nothing less. State your thesis. The background should transition smoothly into your main argument. Introduce your evidence. The keyword is introduce. You see the main points that back up your argument and end it here. Leave the actual argument and analysis for the boring paragraphs. Say introduction ideas. 1. Tell a true story. 2. Present a hypothetical situation that illustrates the problem. 3. Ask a truth-provoking question. 4. State the startling effect of statistics, say reputable source. 5. Simply explain the problem. 6. Compare and contrast. Outline your paper. Argumentative is a funny straightforward in the organization. In your paper, you need to do the following. 1. Interest the reader in the situation. Make them want to learn more about it. To explain the controversial problem clearly. To explain the different sides of the debate. 4. Tell them your side. 5. Convince them that your side is the best one to take. 6. Refute the objectives that they may be thinking about as they reading. Or 7. Use the reading to adapt your point of view. Introduction. Explain the subject, the controversy, and end with your thesis. Here are some tips. Use the title to present your point of view. The title is of your thesis statement or the question you are trying to answer. Be concise. You are only introducing your argument, not debating it. Think about your audience. What aspects of this to you the most interest or convince them? Appeal to the reader's emotions. Readers are more easily persuaded if they can empathize with your point of view. Present undeniable facts from highly regarded sources. These builds a lot of trust and generally indicate a solid argument. Make sure you have a clear thesis that answers the question. The thesis should state your position and is usually the last sentence of your introduction. Body. The body usually consists of 3 or more paragraphs, each presenting separating pieces of evidence that supports your thesis. Thus raises the topic sentence for each paragraph of your body. You should explain why your audience should agree with you. Make your argument even stronger by stating opposing points of view and refuting this point. One reason is support. Usually, you will have 3 or more reasons why the reader should accept your position. This will be your topic sentence. Support each of these reasons with logical examples, statistics, authorities, or anecdotes. To make your reasons seem plausible, connect them back to your position by using if, then, reason. To anticipating. Opposing positions in the argument. What objectives will your readers have? Answer them with argument or evidence. What other positions do people take on this subject? What is your reason for rejecting these positions? And now, I get a conclusion. The conclusion, in many ways, mirrors the introduction. It summarizes your thesis statement and main arguments, and tries to convince the reader that your argument is the best. It ties the whole piece together. Avoid presenting new facts or arguments. Here are some conclusions ideas. Think big picture. If you are arguing for policy change, what are the implications of adopting or not adopting your ideas? How will they affect the reader or the relevant group of people? Present hypotheticals. Show what will happen with the readers adopt your ideas. Use real-life examples of how your ideas will work, including call to action. Inspire the reader to agree with your argument. Tell them what they need to think, do, feel, or believe. appeal to the reader's emotions, moral characters, or logic. Two types of arguments: 1. Classical, Aristotelian; 2. Rogerian. 3. Toming. You can choose one of these or combine them to create your own argument paper. Classical argument and 1. Classical argument strategy. This is the most popular argument strategy and is the one outlined in this video. In this strategy, present the problem, state your solution, and try to convince the reader that the solution is the best solution. Your audience may be uniform or they may not have a strong opinion. Your job is to make them care about the topic and agree with your position. Here's the basic outline of a classical argument paper. 1. Introduction: get readers' interest and attention, state the problem, and explain why they should care. 2. Background: providing some context and key facts around the problem. 3. Thesis: state your position, claim, and outline a main argument. 4. Argument: discuss the reasons for your position and present evidence to support it. Largest section of paper, the main body. 5. Refutation: convince the reader why opposing arguments are not true or valid. 6. Conclusion: summarize your main point, discuss the implications, and state why your position is the best opposition. Rogerian argument. 2. Rogerian argument strategy. Rogerian argument strategy attempts to persuade by 5 points of agreement. It is an appropriate technique to use in highly polarized debates. These debates in which neither side seems to be listening to each other. This strategy tells the reader that you are listening to opposing ideas and that those ideas are valid. You essentially try to argue for the middle ground. Here's the basic outline for the Rogerian argument. 1. Present issue, introduce the problem and explain why it should be addressed. 2. Summarize the opposing argument. State the point and discuss situations in which the points can be valid. This shows that you understand the opposing point of view and that you are open-minded. Hopefully, this will make the opposition more willing to hear you out. 3. State your points. You won't be making an argument for why you are correct, just that there are situations in which your points can be valid. For state the benefits of adopting your point, here you will pitch the position self-interest by convincing them of how adopting your point will benefit them. Toming model of argument tutorial. 3. Toming model of argument. Toming is another strategy used in a highly charged debate, instead of attempt to appeal to commonalities. However, this strategy attempts to use clear logic and careful qualifiers to limit the argument to things that can be agreed up. It uses this form. Claim. The thesis the author hopes to prove, example, government should regulate internet pornography. Evidence. Support claim example. Pornography on the internet is bad for kids. Evidence. Explains how the data backs up the claim. Example. Government regulation works in other steps. Backing. Additional logical and reasonable supported way. Example. We have lots of other government regulations on the media. Rebuttal potential arguments against the claim. Example. Government regulations would encroach on personal liberties. Qualify. Short phrases used typically usually or on the which limit the scope of the claim. Example, in most cases, government should regulate pornography. Except this one limits the claim by describing situations where it would exclude. Example, where children are not involved in pornography, regulation may not be used. And now, some questions and answers. I'm reading the question and answers for you. And you pay attention. How do I start an argumentative essay on the top? Cleaning toilet should be part of the school curriculum. And I'm answering. You start with a story which describes why you have this belief. Then you follow it up with your statement and the reasons. Conclude with an appeal to the readers to include these in the school curriculum and an explanation for why that will help the school and the purpose. And now I'm reading other question. How do you write this statement in an argumentative essay? And I'm reading other answer, okay? For instruction and examples in this essay, ways to write a good thesis statement for an argumentative essay. For helping write excellent topic sentence, I'm now reading other question. How do I start an argumentative essay with the top? Should the death penalty be banned in the form of punishment? And now other answer. You start with the story of a person who was given a death penalty for a crime they did not commit. Agora, reading all the question. How do I start an introduction to people about abortion? And now all the answer. The best sort of introduction to any emotional issue like abortion is a story. If possible, suggest a real story, but it could also be a made-up story with a typical scenario, which would explain the problem and make it vivid for the reader. In this issue, it could be the story of a woman who finds herself in crisis pregnancy, and the story of the question of USA. Here are some possible questions. 1. What should a woman in crisis pregnancy do? 2. How can you best help women who have crisis pregnancy? 3. How can we best advise friends who have a crisis pregnancy? 4. Is abortion ever the right choice? 5. Should we change abortion laws, and if so, how should they be changed? My favorite book on this issue is called Real Choice by Frederica Neves Graham. You don't actually have to read the book because she writes on her blog about this issue also. What I like about her work is that she takes the issue in a different direction by interviewing men and women who have read abortion to find out what they really thought at the time that they were facing these crucial decisions and how the decision affected them afterward. Okay, now other question. How can you write an argumentative essay on the top? Should shark netting be used on a coastal beach? And the answer is sort of the recent shark sighting the attack on the east coast of the US, give a vivid description and talk about how this has made people feel about the situation. The name the first paragraph of your question. The rest of the article should be the answer to that question. See this article for how to turn the question into a thesis. And so this, I'm reading the questions and the answers, and now I'm saying goodbye. Agora eu vou falar português. Gente, se gostaram, não se esqueça de se inscrever no canal, deixar o seu like e comentar aí embaixo se gostaram. E desses, é como se fala? E sugestões de vídeos. Pode ser qualquer coisa. Não precisa ser sobre escola, não. Agora, not forgetting to subscribe to my channel. Like and comment in below the video. Não se esqueçam de ativar o sininho para receber sempre a notificação. Tchau, bye!